Hey guys, Mark Safani today. It's me, Ridwan, here again. Very exciting news today that Apple has just announced. Today's the 22nd of October, and I know there's been rumors and all of that before, but Apple has just announced the Apple iPad Air and the Apple iPad Mini 2, or you could say the iPad Mini Retina display. Now, many people out there don't actually know me or making these Apple videos or making any videos of Apple. I think this is probably my first video of an Apple. Probably my first or second video making something to do with Apple. But I just want to talk to you today about what some people decided to get. I know Christmas was coming up and everything, and Apple has just nailed it by actually releasing these new iPads on this actual time of year, just ready for Christmas. So obviously their sales will go higher as well. I mean, many people might have the difficulty of choosing whether to get the iPad Air or the iPad Mini 2. Now, this is going to kind of shock you a little bit, but personally, I think the iPad Mini 2 is the one to go with because it's much better than the iPad Air. Okay? Now, the iPad Air might seem like the iPad 5 or 4, I don't know, but which one it is, the one after the latest one that just came out, it might seem better like the next generation of the actual iPad. But really, it's not. Okay, the iPad Mini has much better actually processor, actual screen and quality than that. So we'll just look at to be honest with you, let's just look at the iPad Air first. And the thing about iPad Air compared to all other iPads, I mean, the iPad Mini is thinner than the iPad Air, but the iPad Air compared to the original iPad is much thinner. But the thing is about the iPad Air, which lets all of us down, is that even though it has the power of lightness, it doesn't have the power of screen. The power of pixels per inch on the iPad Mini Retina display is much more pixels per inch than the iPad Air, which is the power of lightness. Now, as you can see that on my screen now, look at screen. There's an all new design, obviously, as you can see, and it weighs less than half a kilo. Which is really good, probably less than 500 kilograms. So less than half a kilo. That's 28% lighter. I mean, not a massive difference, but I mean, Apple has done an amazing job doing that. And it's thinner as well, 20% thinner, which again, not massively good, but I mean, it's this thinner. I mean, is awesome. Yeah. It's just 7.5 millimeters thin. I mean, what else could you got it wrong? But the thing is, again, the iPad Mini with Retina display is actually thinner than that. So that's what I want to get my point across. So this is choose whether if you want to go the iPad Mini, Retina display, or iPad Air. So the iPad Air has an A7 chip processor inside it, and has a desktop class architecture, and there's no desktop required. This means when you go on like the iPad, it will actually have like a Apple desktop layout, like Windows Movie. That movie, iMovie, iMovie on there, and it will also have all of that in the style of like you're actually on the desktop, which is amazing. Okay, it won't actually sacrifice any battery life, so you can get incredible power, and you can take it wherever you want to go. It has 2 times CPU performance. If I just zoom into that, you might see that. 2 times graphics performance and the 10-hour battery. Now that is basically everything with A7. 2 antennas and 2 times faster Wi-Fi. And it has powerful apps and just iOS 7 just there, the lightning cable and everything like that. Now you've seen that? Great. Now, the main person of the show is going to be the iPad Mini Retina display. Small wonder. Coming later in November. So you're probably looking about 29th of November, 20th to 29th of November, or could be later than that, probably edging towards early Christmas or something like that. But I mean, Apple keeps its promise. It's going to come late November, then it's going to come late November. I mean, we can't go wrong about that. But it's coming late November, and it's a beautiful 7.9-inch Retina display. It has 326 pixels per inch. I mean, I think it's 126 times better. 126 pixels per inch better than the iPad Air. It has the same resolution as the iPad Air, and it's just a little bit smaller than the iPad Air. I mean, a smaller screen. I mean, see, the same thing as the iPad Air. Has a desktop class architecture, and it's required. iPad Air, the same thing. 4 times, 8 times graphic performance. So that's actually a massive upgrade that Apple has done. So I can already guarantee you, Apple, so if you're watching this video at the moment, that your iPad mini with Retina display will have a much more sale than the iPad, and I guarantee you that people will be like, oh my god, that's such a massive jump from the iPad mini to the iPad mini with Retina display. So that's really an upgraded thing. It's like, and it comes with powerful apps, advanced, wireless, so you can do more in one place. But I'm gonna okay, I'll tell you this at the end. But has the iPad mini and that. So I mean, it has everything. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna show you is I'm gonna compare these iPad models together. So we're gonna compare them. So the one you want to look at is this and this row here. Okay. So let's just look at that now. So you can see that the iPad here, the iPad Air has 240 millimeters, which is the height. Let's look at the thickness, because that's what most people are worried about. Oh, I think earlier on in this video I said that the depth of this video is the depth of the iPad Air is 7.5 millimeters long, but actually the iPad mini actually is the same thing, so it's not actually kind of a big thing. But again, if you look slightly there, the iPad mini original is actually a bit thinner than the iPad mini Retina display. But I understand the upgraded version, upgraded chip, upgraded screen. Apple might have had a little hard time getting that 0.3, but he said that's not a big difference anyway. Most people actually notice that difference anyway. So as you can see, it has the same IPS technology, same multi-touch. It has 248 by 1536 resolution at 264 pixels per inch. Now that's the iPad Air, whereas the iPad mini has 326. So as you can see, that's a big upgrade. Both of them has the A7 chip. Both of them have 64-bit with M7 motion co-processor. Both of them have 1.2 megapixel photos, 720p HD video. Both of them have HD video calling over Wi-Fi or mobile network. Both of them have face detection. Both of them have backside illumination. Both of them have 5 megapixel photos. Both of them have autofocus, face detection, backside illumination, 5-element lens, hybrid IR filter, f of 2.4 aperture, and HDR photos. Both of them have that. Both of them have tap to focus while recording. Both of them have video stabilization, face detection, backside illumination, 3x video zoom, same Wi-Fi speeds, dual channel, both of them, 5 GHz, both of them, MIMO, both of them, Bluetooth, both of them, obviously, Wi-Fi cellular, both of them, nano SIM, both of them, Lightning, both of them. So, and Siri, both of them. Let's go. This just goes on. So, as you can see, the winner of this is the iPad mini. I mean, now we could do this in both. We can do this in one way. We could say the winner is iPad mini because it has more pixels per inch, and we could say that the iPad Air is the winner because it has a bigger screen. But the only thing that it doesn't have, it has less pixels per inch, and it is lighter, and the iPad mini is smaller and it's more possible. So there's many things we could do. But if we actually balance them together and say that what the flaws are, I would say that both of them actually are pretty much the same thing. But iPad mini with Retina display is the one to go with this Christmas or this November or late November. I will certainly get my hands on one of these iPad mini Retina display as soon as it comes out on the first day, hopefully. So I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna be like, I want this right now. So I'm gonna come home, get my camera ready and record you guys an unboxing in HD and a review. So you have to stay tuned for that. An unboxing and a full review will be coming out on my channel. So if you haven't already, guys, I will say this for the millionth of thousands of time. Please subscribe to my channel, My Unboxing and Fun, so you can get all the latest news and information on Apple, which is going to be from now on. I mean, iPad mini's Retina display. I'm going to do all the tricks, all the hacks, everything on this, all the unboxings, all the tutorials, all the how to do this, how to do that, how to do i7, how to do cool things on iPad mini, this and that. All that will be coming on my channel. So stay tuned for that, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video to your friends if you haven't already. I'm guessing this is the first video of iPad Air versus iPad mini Retina display. So don't forget to do that. See you later, guys. Bye.